Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, March 12th. It is 6:20 right now. We got market opening up in about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a few things here to update and we should be good to go. Good. Looks good. So let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right. Looks like we are good to go. So as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. I'm not going to go super far out. Like I said, I don't think this is going to go that far. And that's for a minute here. So you guys can see this huge spike here. This is from the, I believe, CPI news. I'll take a look at that shortly, but yeah, pretty much CPI news this morning. Looks like Shiv might have caught, he traded the news and he passed a couple accounts, looks like. But yeah, so I've told you guys in the past, like there's a way to pass your accounts. It's a very risky way of doing it, but yeah, I mean, you have to shape the trade basically in both directions, if not one direction, and this thing shot up like 300 points. I don't really recommend it, but it still works for the most part. If it doesn't spike right here, whipsaw, looked like I should might have gotten caught in like two accounts. Yeah, he passed an eval, but two failed. It happens, you know, the slippage happens, it doesn't pull you out of the position, and then the retracement tends to wipe people out. So it's all good. All right, cool. Let's see who's here so far. So morning, Ronnie. Morning, Vapid. Morning, Shivam. Morning, Christian. Morning, Maria. Let's see. Shivam said, let's get Shivam. Let's see what Mark gives us for MPS setup. Yeah, definitely. I'll be looking for that here as well. Shivam said, thoughts on the latest inflation figures? Curious if we are on the same page. Feel like the next one is going to be way higher because of tariffs. Once tariffs settle in, yeah, I agree with you, Shivam. I think it's going to be higher. You know, inflation is just going to go higher. Recession is going to be more imminent with regard to the tariffs. The tariffs aren't helping the market. It's hurting the market. So I do agree with with your prediction there. So I'll take a look. And for some reason, my computer keeps restarting overnight, so everything here is not updated. Yeah, looking at the CPI data here, it doesn't look so good. CPI inflation is going up, right? Basically went from 317 to 319. It was about on point, but it was, obviously still worse than expected. So inflation is obviously going up. And we're definitely on the same page with regard to, the tariffs and other things going up as well. Shibam said, only reason it dropped was because of oil prices, I think. Yeah. And that's going to affect the gas stock change this morning as well at 7:30. It's they're all kind of interconnected, right? Like inflation goes up, recession goes up, gas prices kind of change a little bit because people can't afford oil, or I mean, it just kind of depends. They're all kind of interconnected in a sense that it's overall it's not good for the economy. So we'll kind of see what happens here over the next couple, I guess, next couple months, because we're going to see a shift, of course. We're going to see a shift, of course, as the market progresses, or as this whole trade war progresses. I don't even know if anything will actually happen. Price might just keep going back and forth because Trump might say he's going to enforce tariffs and then not actually do it. Because like we thought the tariffs were going to be enforced this week, and now they got moved to I think April. And the game. It's going to be from like April till May till June till July, and then they're going to finally agree on something. So we'll kind of see what happens there. Hey, Lila, morning, Jonathan. All right, guys. Looks like everyone's here so far for the most part. I'm going to clean up this. Well, we got areas of liquidity here. So closest level of liquidity above is currently at 41,790. We have another level right above it. Looking at this over here, we have liquidity above, and then we have liquidity down below here. These middle liquidities are probably going to get hit here pre-market. This upper one got hit already. This lower one got hit too. So we'll see, if these end up getting wiped out as price moves along, but we'll kind of see what happens shortly. We'll know the direction of the breakout in about a minute. So after this candle here closes, we'll know the direction of the breakout. 628 right now, so the breakout will be present in a few. I think the only news event today that came up was CPI. Well, inflation news in general, but on top of that, there's nothing else here really to follow. So we got the mortgage rates, inflation news over here, and then we have gas stock change at 7:30. So 4 o'clock, 5:30, and then 7:30. I'll mark that up right here. There goes the CPI data. 4 o'clock is right there. And then we have CPI data over here at 7:30. Or not CPI, we have gas stock change. Sellers in control right here. All right, guys, we got market opening up in about 20 seconds. Looking at this so far, looks like the breakout for today is going to be a buy if anybody is looking to take it. So if you guys are looking to take the breakout, it is a buy for today. Mark this up for you guys there. If the candle's too big, you're technically supposed to flip it. If not, you don't need to. But yeah, it looks like the breakout for today is going to be a buy entry. So I'm not taking the breakout, but I'll come back and take a look at that shortly. So we got price kind of dumping over here. Looking at the overall trend again today, everything's still bearish, guys, for the most part. So the 4 hours bearish, 1 hour is bearish, 30 minutes bearish, 10 minutes bullish, 5 minute is bullish, switching to bearish, and the 1 minute over here is bearish. So we got pretty much a bit of a mixed bag here with regard to the trend bias. Right here, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, higher time frames are bearish, prices below the pivots, trend meters red, pivots are angling down. Looking over here on the lower time frames, 1, 5, and 10, price is a bit mixed. So we'll kind of see what happens here in a few when market starts to kind of move around a bit. So looking at the CPI data over here, you can see how price kind of spiked up. The data was negative, but price spiked up right here, and it came right back down to correct. Like I said before, it doesn't really matter what the news says. Like the news can be super negative, but price can still go the opposite way. That's why I don't really trade news, and I mostly try to avoid news because I don't want to get caught in those types of movements, of course. So looking at this so far, price is going back and forth, as you can see here. I'm going to clean this one up right here, this liquidity, because it's pretty much done with. I'll clean this one up as well because these middle liquidities aren't very necessary, of course. The ones that really matter are going to be the ones up top and the ones below there. So here's opening price. We got price pushing up right there. Let's take a look at the breakout. So the breakout is running in profit right now. It's almost at the 50 points. So the 50 points for the 1-to-1 is going to come up right here, guys. For the breakout, it's almost there. You guys are taking the breakout. All right, 50 points looks like it hit right there. So if you guys take the breakout full TP for the 1-to-1, if you guys are going for that 100 points, it's still pushing up higher. Had some little drawdown there, but it came right back up. So breakout has hit 50 points right there, full TP for a 1-to-1. You guys are going for the 1-to-2 for 100 points. It's still pushing up in profit as we speak. There's nothing here for us to take at the moment. The MPS here already kind of played through, but it didn't go the direction on open. So just waiting for another NPS here to come up in a few. There's just nothing to take here right now. So let's see. Let's take a look. We had the sellers in control from over here from 557. Price came down, and then it came right back up right here. And then we'll see if these buyers hold. So we'll see if the buyers hold. Let's take a look at the market profile. So looking at the market profile right here, I don't have any rejections off the bottom end yet. So I don't have any confluences here for a buy. We do have a rejection right here off the value high and the point of control on the 30-minute. So that's going to be something to look at. Also have a rejection over here off the 1 hour, off the value high, and also the point of control. So that's looking like good for buys. Looking over here at volume profile, there's no rejections there. Looking over here at the clean chart, we sort of have a rejection right here. Kind of depends on how this candle ends up pushing around. Looking over here at the SR profile, we currently have rejection off the support. So this is, I believe, the daily or the 1 hour support. So we'll see what happens. If price comes back down, then we'll shift our analysis to a sell. But at this very moment, there's nothing for me to take here specifically. Looks like the sellers might be back in control right here as price continues to come back down. So we had buyers push price slightly up for a little retracement, maybe a fake out, maybe to trap the buyers, and then price came right back down. Again, looking at the higher time frames over here, it's still bearish. So the 4 hours bearish, 1 hour is bearish, 30 minutes bearish. So if I'm going in the direction of the higher time frames, I'll probably be looking for price to come back down. The push to the upside is probably temporary. Now it's coming right back down as the 5-minute becomes bearish, 10-minute becomes bearish, and 1 minute is remaining bearish here as well. So with that said, we do have a sell signal right here. We had price kind of break through this area of liquidity. Let's go over here and see if there's any confluences for a sell. So I don't see any confluences here yet on the 1 minute. I don't see any confluences here on the 30-minute yet. No confluences here on the 1 hour. No confluences on the volume profile. Not much here on the clean chart. And price is currently in the support at the for the SR profile over here. So we don't really have many confluences here for a sell, guys. I'm not looking for anything here yet. Again, I need to have some sort of confluences for me to take these types of entries. If you guys want to take them, I'll mark it up for you. But for me, for the most part, I'm not necessarily looking to hop into anything here just yet. Nice. Sam said, hi, hope you guys have a blast. Amazing news price action at CPI. Yeah, I know. Huge price action move right here. Let me go and change my tools real quick. Yeah, this would have been a nice ride back to the downside over here, it looks like. If I was trading news or at least the news correction, because the news was so negative and then price shot up super heavily, about like almost 300 points. It was about time for it to come back down, of course. Trying to get my reversals back on, but it's not loading right now. Let's refresh this. Yeah, there was like a V1 engulfing right here. This has been written down. Also MPS V2 right there too. Engulfing plus MPS V2 with the V1. It's been a nice entry if you traded news earlier, guys. All right, let me clean up this liquidity target. I'm gonna leave this one down here because I like to leave one that's on the bottom just in case this is treated as a fake out zone. So I'll leave this liquidity left alone right there. We have more liquidity below, but I think this one over here is going to be good to look at for fake outs. So looking at this so far, guys, we have a sell momentum here. We have a possible MPS V2 setting up for a sell. If the candle closes red, this is going to be an MPS V2 for a sell. The only problem here that I'm seeing is I don't have any confluences for a sell. So it's not going to be an entry that I'm looking to take here. I need to have some confluences for me to want to actually take that. We got price basically breaking, retesting off liquidity right here. So there are confluences, they're just not very strong. We have a rejection here off the value high on the 30-minute, a rejection off the 1 hour. Nothing on the volume profile, nothing on the clean chart. It's currently in support on the support profile. So if you guys want to take this right here, this is going to be an MPS V2. I'm not going to take it. There's just not enough confluences for me to want to take it right now. But if you guys want to take it, I'm marking it up for you guys right here. There's just not enough. And also this candle is too big. So for me personally, you guys know what happens when these candles are big. Typically a retracement happens and then it comes back down further. So I'll leave this here if you guys are taking it. And we'll follow it here. This is an MPS V2. Just not enough confluences for me to want to take. It's actually in an area right now. It's bouncing off the point of control on the 1 minute. So this is actually a nice confirmation for a buy. If a buy entry does come up. So looking at this right here, we have a rejection off the point of control on the 1 minute. It's also rejecting off the liquidity. Same with the 30-minute right here. It's rejecting off the point of control right there. So the buys here might look pretty good actually, if we do get a buy entry that comes up. Five on here. Yeah, there's a lot of confluences here for a buy. We have a rejection off the point of control, off the 30-minute. Same with this right here, off the 1 minute. Same with this right here on the 1 hour. So it's a bit of a mixed bag right now. The confluences aren't really lining up as perfectly as we'd like it to. So I'm kind of holding off right now for entries. I just want to see these kind of line up. Looking at this right now so far, we have, I mean, the main rejection right now would be off this point of control, off the 1 minute. Also rejection right here off the 30-minute. And rejection right here off the 1 hour. So rejection right there. Rejection right there. rejection right there. So there's a lot of bottom rejections right here. Point of control, point of control, point of control. Here on the volume profile, we have a rejection off the value low. Right here on the clean chart, we have a rejection off the whole number. It's off the 550. So it's looking good for possible buys here if we do get a buy. We don't have a buy here right now, but if we do get a buy, there's some pretty good confluences here, rejection, unless price breaks below this level. So looking at the clean chart right now, we have this rejection off the 550. So rejection off the levels, rejection off possible volume profile, rejection off the 1 hour, 30 minute, 1 minute, and price is kind of just sitting here right now. So we'll see if price swings up. If price swings up and we get a buy signal here, and the buyers show that they're in control, then possible opportunity here for a buy will look good. However, if it doesn't swing up, that's fine. You know, we'll keep following this for a sell, and then once it does swing up, we'll look for some more confluences. The sells just don't have enough confluences right now. And looking at this so far, it looks like we might be in consolidation. It looks like price might consolidate right here. We don't really have news until 7:30. So we kind of have to wait and see what happens here. We'll see. It's just a matter of time till we get that confirmation. But yeah, that's all we got right now. Price is coming back down. You guys can see here. So earlier we had this big red candle, as you guys have noticed before. Typically, when you have a big candle like this, price will retrace up 50% or the 100%. And then come back down further. So there was a lot of reasons for me not to take a sell here for the NPSB2, but you can see here that price is correcting back down. It's just the retracement happens if the candle's too big. That's why we skip those specific entries. Yeah, Sam said be careful with recession fear. That too. You know, recession fear, inflation fear. There's a lot of fear in the market. That's why people are selling off. My investment accounts are taking a huge hit right now because of the big drops from yesterday. Like there's just a lot of fear in the market. People are just selling off because they don't know what's going on. We'll clean up this level. Leave this right here. All right, price is dropping back further. So as price drops back further, we have another value low right here. This could be a bounce area or it can be a continuation to the downside. The liquidity right there pretty much got wiped out, so that's not useful. Looking here on the 30-minute, we have an area of liquidity right here. So possible bounce off that value low. Same with this right here, too, on the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, we have a liquidity level right here. Possible bounce right here. And if it bounces up, it's going to bounce off the value low as well. But like what Sam said, you know, the recession fear here is real. People are selling off because they don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I'm tempted to sell my investment accounts too, but at this point, you know, I've been through COVID, but there's like no point. They're my investment accounts, so I'm just going to be holding on to them on there. They're not meant to be sold. If you guys went through COVID, you know, there was a whole scare around that time too, recession scare. The ATR is extremely high again, guys. It's been like this for 2 weeks now. It's currently at 47 ATR. I wouldn't be surprised if it inches up to 50. So here goes that bounce that I was talking about. See how price is bouncing off that liquidity right there? If it bounces up higher, we're going to have a rejection off the liquidity and then also off the value low. This is on the 1 hour chart. Looking over here on the 30-minute, same thing. Rejection off the value low right here, and then also rejection off the liquidity zone. Right here, price is pushing off the value low. So what I would look for here is possible movement like that. Fake out, retest, push up higher. The buys here are looking good. I mean, if we do get a buy, we don't have a buy here yet, but if we do get a buy, it could possibly look good here. You have price over here faking out the sessions. We have some space right here. So if we do get a buy entry, we have some space right here to possibly catch something. So buyers have not become in control yet. They are trying to push price up from here. We'll kind of see what happens. but the sellers are still in control at the moment until this actually climbs up higher. Just gotta give it some time. Here's Christian over here. Christian got the A++ setup. Nice work, Christian. Christian locked in at 920 off that. So solid work right there, Christian. Solid profit right there. Little retest over there after sessions. So it looks like Christian caught the let's see, which one did you catch, Christian? It was an MPSV2. So engulfing. You see this big one right here, right? Nice. Where did you catch this one right here? Oh, actually, you caught this one. This was the A+. Yeah, because this was the MPSV2. This was the first one, and this is the third one. There you go. So Christian got into the A++ setup right here. Yeah, I wasn't even looking right there. That was a perfect entry because the candle wasn't too big. This one I would say is a little too big, but this one over here is perfectly fine. So A++ setup right here, guys. Which Christian took. MPSV2 engulfing, and then this would be the third confirmation. So looking at this here so far, again, we have some more consolidation happening down here. The price right now is currently sitting at the sessions below. As you guys know, this is normal. You don't typically have this type of movement at the sessions. Price is sitting at the value low, so that session is kind of sitting right at the value low. We got the 30-minute right here, still rejecting off this area. 1 hour still rejecting off that area right there as well. There's nothing here on the volume profile. This is what happens when we're in a dumping market. See how the market's kind of dumping? It's hard to get rejections or any confluences because price never retraces back up. It kind of just stays in that area. So we might have to use just like the clean chart here. There's a rejection off the top end, right here off the 500 price point, and price is still dumping further. There we go, as it dumps even further. There was a V1 variation right here that could have been taken for a sell, but it was right at the sessions. All right, buyers still not in control yet. So looking at this now, there's not really any entries here for buys, guys. Like the confluences here aren't really lining up. I think what we might have to wait for is a 7 o'clock candle. So I might have to wait for 7 o'clock to happen because once the 7 o'clock candle happens here, we might get something like this. Price will be below the value low. It'll retest this area and come back down further. The next target is going to be this value low right here. So this value low is from yesterday. So what we might see here is price might come down further. By 7 o'clock, it'll retrace up, bounce off this area right here, the value low, and then come back to retest this value low from yesterday. Right here. So might just have to give it some time. It's 10 minutes. It's not a very long time, so we'll see. There's two things that'll happen here. I mean, it depends on where this candle closes. So on this 30-minute candle, if it closes above, so if it closes right here, then we might get a break and retest this way, right? Back to the upside. Vice versa, if price closes below here, we might get a break and retest this way. So 10 minutes is a long time. We've got some time here to wait for it. There's nothing here to really confirm anything yet. So it's just going to be a matter of time. The 30-minute and the 1 hour candle are going to close together. So we're going to be looking for that same pattern right here on the 1 hour, right? Either price closes above this line here, retest and pushes it back up higher, or price closes below this line, retest and pushes down lower. Doesn't really matter where. Ideally, I think it might close below. So if it closes below, we have another target right here, which is a point of control. So price closes below this point, retest, target area down here. Got a 300-point drop. But we just have to wait for confirmation. The ATR is still very, very high. 47 ATR right now. Yeah, exactly, Christian. Super, super high. You just gotta be careful. Your stop loss is tight, guys. Like this isn't the time to take these like risky moves. You gotta wait for the market here to kind of like actually be moving smoothly. So look at my consolidation zone that I drew. Price is still respecting it. Big order just came in right here. Let me check. All right, so 50 contracts at 41,460 for a sell. 41,460. Yeah, so I'm gonna look at this right here to see if price closes back below this point. If price closes back below this price point right here, then it'll probably continue dropping further. And we'll see if another big order comes in, but that's the biggest order I saw so far. Um, Now there's a huge amount of influx of buy orders coming in right now. So price spiked up right there. Looks like if anyone tried to chase that sell, it just got wiped out. Now price is coming back down. So like I said earlier, if price comes back down to this area, which it's currently at right now, this will probably come down further. It's a lot of mixed orders here. So there we go. Price closed below the 460. We'll see if it continues dropping from here. I'm probably expecting another big order to come in shortly. Watching for it. And these candles, you see how this candle came up right here, guys? This is a pretty random candle. So it dropped to like about, I mean, the big sell order came in, dropped about like 20 points, and then it shot up 100 points, and then it came right back down. A lot of bigger sell orders are coming in. They're not like really in one place though. They're mainly in they're kind of spread out. Yeah, they're actually pretty spread out. All right. But the analysis here is playing through. So like I said earlier, if the price closes below this black line, it's probably gonna keep dropping. That's pretty much what's happening right here. I don't know how far it'll drop for, but the big order happened right there, and that's why I marked it up, and it's coming down about 30 points. I mean, enough for like a decent quick scalp. You know, if you're going for 30 points or so, as long as you didn't get caught in this huge, huge spike right here. Bunch of deep sell orders right here came in. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep using that analysis just to kind of see where where price might go at some point. But I think the analysis right there is kind of helpful if you want to turn that into a strategy, guys, um, in the future. So I'll keep looking when these big orders come in. I'll mark them up, and then we'll kind of see how far they come down. Because this can be an actual strategy on its own. Basically waiting for price to close below wherever these big orders come in from, and taking this for a quick 30 points or so. Yeah, and we'll see. Either way, I'm still looking for my own entries here. Again, like I said, it's 6:55 right now. I'm waiting until the 7 o'clock candle closes. So looking over here on the 30-minute, the 7 o'clock candle is about to close right now soon. We got about 4 minutes till this candle closes. And we'll kind of see. So if price closes here, we might get a price bounce off the value low right here. That break and retest is probably not going to happen. We might get a bounce off the value low right there. And then push further. We'll see. Nice big rejection right here off the volume profile. Nice big rejection right here off the whole number, 500. Also, there's a lot of rejections here off the 500, off the 450, off the 400. Nice rejection right here off the support. Support turned to resistance. And this thing's coming down pretty sharp. So we're currently at the sessions now. You're currently at the sessions right now. This thing's tumbling. I don't really see any entries here though. I mean, no entries for me because I don't see any reversal patterns. I mean, there's an engulfing here, but right at the sessions, there's a V1 right here, right at the sessions, engulfing right here, right at the sessions. The only entry that I can see, which was probably the best opportunity for entry, was the one that Christian took up here for that A++ setup, because this one wasn't close to the sessions. And it came back down pretty nicely. So this is the only entry that I can see, which would have been, I would say, maybe a decent entry. Not even a good entry because of this doji here. Like I said, I don't like these dojis when they come up before the entry because it shows indecisiveness and price action. But yeah, we got the candle closing in about 2 minutes. So yeah, CJ said price is currently at lows from back in September. Christian said price is near the 1 hour zone. Gotcha. Yeah, so we got some nice rejection points here. If price does bounce off this area, it can reject off the sessions. Also, looking over here at market profile, there's nothing on the 1 minute, but looking over here on the 30-minute, it's currently rejecting off the value low. So if this candle here closes, the next candle might do this. So when this closes here and the next one opens up, it might come down slightly, bounce off it, and then push back to the point of control right here. Same with the 1 hour, right? Rejection right here off the value low. Push back to the point of control up here. Possibility. Volume profile. We have a rejection right here off the whole number. 350 price point. Let me see if there's any zones down here. So this is actually the daily support and daily resistance level, guys. This is a daily resistance, daily support from yesterday. We got the 1 hour support right here. All right, that 30-minute candle right there closed. So looking at this so far, see what happens here. This is kind of a tricky area. I know some of you guys like to trade gaps. There's a big gap right here, of course, from this to down here. So let's see if that analysis plays through. So like I said earlier, we have a new candle here open. This is what may happen. This is a possibility. Bounce off the value low, push back to the point of control. Possibility of that right there. Same with the 1 hour. Rejection off the value low. Push back to point of control. There's nothing on the 1 minute, so there's nothing here to look at right now, at least. Rejection off the sessions right here. Let's see if the buyers are back in control at this point. Or trying to be back in control at least to some extent. I don't know. The buys here are tricky. I don't know if I would want to take a buy in a situation like this. Yeah, Sam said I have to say NQ is behaving way better than YM, but also bad, but better than YM. Yeah, no, I can see that. The thing with YM is that it's the it's an overall basket of stocks that covers all sectors. So like yeah, YM is going to be hurting a lot more with all of this news going on with regard to tariffs and Trump and et cetera. NQ not so much because it's tech stocks. So like unless the tech sector is like really getting hammered, it's going to have an issue. But yeah, because this, we have such a mainly the inflation news. So the inflation news kind of goes more of it doesn't necessarily affect the tech stocks directly. It affects mainly like the overall stocks. So that's why YM here is getting kind of beat up. YM, S&P, those that are like more of that cover all sectors versus just tech. So right here it says, this is just the breaking news from CNBC. Inflation rate eased to 2.8% in February, lower than expected. But I mean, it's still not good. So lower than expected, but still not that good. So inflation actually came down a bit, but it's not on track where it should be. Looking at that, I mean, that's the only breaking news I can see here. Little update over here from Ray Dalio. If you guys know Ray Dalio, he's basically like another Warren Buffett. There's so many books on Ray Dalio. He's about his trade analysis and stuff like that. Says Ray Dalio warns that mounting U.S. debt problems could lead to shocking developments, but that was a given, right? It's kind of a no-brainer, of course. If the debt problems here increase, obviously there's going to be shocking developments. So no surprise there. Looking over here, S&P 500 NASDAQ rise after soft inflation report, rebound in tech shares. So yeah, that goes to say with like NQ, like I said, NQ isn't directly affected with everything else. But yeah, I mean, YM is taking a beating right now. Yeah, Samsung value makes sense. I'm buying gold from every support and it's been paying very well. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, so gold is a good it's a good benchmark against the market. So like usually if the market's not doing so well, you buy gold. That's kind of what we did during COVID. So when the stock market was going down, we were buying gold and then we would just hold on to it basically. If you look at the gold futures here, it's not necessarily having a straight climb up, but every time it hits, support level, like Sam mentioned, it works well, of course. I mean, you can probably just buy it like the session lows. Like for example, right here, you can just average in, buy, and hold on to it, and it should recover at some point. All right, I'm kind of just waiting here for something to happen. So we're back over here at YM. Let's see if the buyers finally push price back up here. It doesn't have to be a big push to the upside, but we'll see if it pushes price back up here. Looking at the 30-minute, we do have a nice rejection. So it's doing exactly what I mentioned earlier, right? This is what I was looking for. Bounce off here, off the value low, push back up to the point of control. That's what I'm looking for. Same with the 1 hour here. Bounce off the point of control, nothing off the volume profile. We have a rejection right here off the whole number, 300. And we have a rejection off the 1 hour support. So the buys here are looking okay if we do get a buy entry. The only problems are we're going to be stuck right here at the sessions. I mean, this is not going to be ideal area to be looking for entry. So nothing off the 1 minute volume profile or 1 minute market profile. Possible push right here off the 30 minute. So again, we're just waiting for this buy signal here to close. Got a couple confluences, rejection off the sessions, rejection off the 30 minute volume value low, 1 hour value low, nothing on volume profile, rejection right here off the whole number, the 300 price point, rejection off the 1 hour support. So we get about like 3 or 4 confluences here for a buy. The only problem is that this buy signal is not closing. There's not enough power behind it to actually close. So I think we might be here for a second. I mean, the market looks exactly like how it has been for the past 2 days, guys. Like looking at this right here, here is another consolidation zone. Same thing we've been looking at from over here. It's a stairwell down, right? Price is kind of just staircasing. This is the same exact setup as yesterday. Price came down, consolidate, came down, consolidate, came down further, consolidated further. Yeah, Glenn said, looks like price is forming a range, so much wicks on the top side. Yeah, exactly. So many wicks right here. So the buyers might not be back in control yet. I mean, sellers might be pushing price right back down further. This is one of those weeks, guys. It's one of those weeks where it's going to test your ability to stay disciplined, right? Like this is what really affects a lot of people when they're trading. Like the ability to stick to your trading plan. Like I'm just following what the market's giving me. I'm not trying to force any trades here. I don't feel like I need to take a trade every single day. I'm just kind of waiting for these trades to come to me. So again, I'm going to be giving it some time here. If the entry doesn't come up, this just might be another day of no entries for me. If the entry does come up, then okay, great, I'll take the entry. But not going to be forcing anything, not going to be trying to FOMO into anything. Whenever I FOMO into trades or I get into something very last minute or last second, it never plays out well. So, I got to learn from my mistakes and I got to follow through and see what I can get into here. So I don't really see much here right now. Here's the crazy thing. So the crazy thing, it looks like price is not doing anything, but the ATR is still extremely high. It's still at like 50 points. Yes, I mean, it's pretty crazy to see this here that because the range isn't even that far out. It's about like a 60-point range, 60, 70-point range, something like that. But the ATR is still holding. So the ATR just shows you that, even though these candles are very small, there's going to be like big candles that are going to spike up out of nowhere. So right here, we have a bunch of small candles kind of just ranging, consolidating around this area. All of a sudden, you're probably going to see a big spike candle that's just going to pop up out of nowhere. Because the volatility is still there. It's just there's no consistency. You might have like one big candle, a bunch of small ones, one big one, a bunch of small ones, and another big one. But the ATR is pretty much holding at 47. This gives you the average of the previous 14 candles. That means 14 candles back. All right, so we finally got the buy signal here, guys. Let me go ahead and take a look at the confluences again and see if there's anything here for me to look at. No rejections off the 1 minute, 30 minutes good. Or actually, 1 hour is good, 30 minutes good. Rejection off the whole number down here. It's bouncing off the 1 hour support right there. So we have about, I'd say maybe 3 or 4 confluences here for a buy. I'd have to see how the entry candle ends up closing. If it's a good candle, then possibly I'll look for an entry here, but I'm not going to force it. So if it doesn't look good, I'm not going to be like ready to take the entry. This is probably going to be an entry that's going to be taken at the last second. So I got to see how the actual entry candle ends up closing. We have an engulfing V1 right here off the sessions. Of course, the buy signal, red candle right here engulfing. So we would need to see something like a nice bounce, possibly a reversal pattern off the downside. If this is the case here and the price doesn't end up coming up and we start looking for a sell here, that's fine too. So we might be flipping this to a sell instead. In order for us to have entry here, price needs to come back above this black line. So I'll keep watching for it. There's no confluences here for a sell. I mean, there's like ideally I'd like to take a sell here, but there's just no confluences for a sell. Price is kind of staying right here at the support level. So we have a double test over here off the 1 hour support. So rejection right there, second rejection right there. Again, if this candle closes with the sell signal, it's going to reset the process. There's not going to be an MPS for us to look for anymore, at least not for a buy. And it looks like that sell signal there is going to, nope. Last second, the sell signal disappeared. Yeah, Sam said this is a ranging zone for me, so I wait for price to blast out of it. Yeah, same here. And that's what I'm waiting for too, Sam. Looking for price to blast out of the zone right here, possibly close above this black line, provide entry for an MPS V2. Yeah, it's looking for the same thing. ATR is still at 45. So it looks like the buyers have been trying to push price up here since 7:03. It's about 10 minutes in. So 10 minutes of attempt to push price to the upside. So this might set up here for an MPS V2. The candle needs to close green. If it closes green, possible MPS V2 here. Let's just take a look at the confluences again. Rejection off the value low, rejection off the value low, nothing off the volume profile. Rejection off the whole number down here, rejection off the 1 hour support. This looks like a possible decent entry for a buy. The candle has to close green though, so it can be like bouncing. See right here how it's kind of bouncing back and forth. If it does this at the last couple of seconds, I'm not going to take the entry. If it closes green and it's for sure green, then I'll take it, but it's looking like it's going to have trouble actually closing above it. So this is not looking like it's going to be entry point here. Yeah, 5 seconds. Not going to take the entry. It does not look like it's going to push up. If it does, it's going to be a last second push. And there we go. Back into the range. So again, we need this candle to close green above this black line. That's going to be the MPS V2. If and when it does happen. It's just going to be a matter of time. Yeah, exactly. Christian said that's trading. We're paid to wait. Exactly. CJ said green momentum is struggling to close on the 1 minute. Red momentum is struggling to close on the 10 minute. Buyers and sellers are really fighting right now. All right, so we got another sell signal here pending. Again, if the sell signal closes, no entry. And we will reset the process. All right, sell signal closed, no bias here. The sellers are back in control from this point right here. Price is pushing past the sessions. All right, so nothing here, guys. I don't see anything. There's no confluences for a sell. I mean, this is the tough part because like I really need those confluences for me to take the entry. As much as I'd like to take the sell here because, obviously price is dumping, I need those confluences. I got to stick to my trading plan regardless. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. This might be another no trade day for me. We'll see. I mean, I'll give it some more time. The market's not over yet, so I might have to wait until 7:30. So looking over here at the 30-minute time frame, I might have to wait until 7:30 because I need price to stay below this point, the candle close, retest the value low, and then come back down lower. Which is fine. I'm in no rush, right? I'm in no rush right now. So whatever I can get, I'm just gonna have to be patient and wait for it to come to me. If the MPSV2 comes up, I'll mark it up for you guys. We currently have a sell signal here. If you get a green candle to confirm retracement and then continuation back down, that's going to be opportunity for sell, of course. But yeah, right here, right now, at this moment, there's just nothing here giving me confluences for a sell. I mean, ideally right here, I mean, price is at the 1 hour support. Rejecting off the whole number right here, the 300 price point. Nothing right now on the market profile. All right, we have a green candle here that's possibly closing. Green candle right there. If this next candle closes red, this is an MPSV2 for anybody who is looking to take it. I'll mark it up for you guys here. Again, if the candle closes red, MPSV2. For me personally, I'm going to be holding off right now to take any entries here specifically because I just don't have any confluences for a sell for myself. I need to have these confluences for me to take these entries. There's zero confluences here for me right now. Yeah, I don't have one confluence aside from the trend bias. So we have the trend bias over here, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30-minute, all bearish, 10-minute, 5-minute, 1 minute, all bearish. It's the only confluence I have right there. You can see our price is probably faking out. Looks like it's faking out and pulling back into the range. So if this candle doesn't close red, no entry there. Looks like it might be back into this range. Let's see, CJ said if an MPS comes up at this momentum, I'm taking it because of that session. The sessions are the bane of my trading existence. I know. All right, so here we go. We're back up again, guys. We're back up into this range. Buy signal right there, currently pending. So price, there's no sells here anymore. Or possibly there might be. If the sell, we have to wait to see how this candle closes. If we have a buy signal that comes up, then obviously the sellers are done with. If price comes back down further, there may be opportunity here for a sell. The only problem is that it's going to be right at the sessions. So you want to be, you might want to think twice about taking the entry here. So if this candle closes below this black line, this is technically going to be a sell entry for an MPSV2. The only problem though is that it's right at the session. So if the buy signal closes, possible push to the upside. Candle has, there we go, buy signal. So the sellers are no longer pushing price. We got the buyers pushing price back up again now. Well, we'll see. So buyers back in control right here to some extent. Looking back over here, we have the rejection off the value low, rejection off the value low. Possible rejection off the whole number here if this bounces off on the clean chart. Bounce off the 1 hour support. So we have a lot of confluences here for a possible buy entry. So we need price to push up, retrace, continuation back up. So basically up, down, up. See what the liquidity is at. We have some levels of liquidity here. We got liquidity on both ends, to be honest. We got liquidity down here, liquidity right there. There's a lot of liquidity here because price has just been consolidating for a while. So we got liquidity kind of on both sides right here, as you guys can see. No entries here yet, but this could be setting up for MPSV2. So we need a red candle and then looking for a green candle after it. Again, looking at confluences, rejection off the value low, nothing up volume, rejection off the clean chart right there, the whole number, 350 price point, rejection off the support level. All right, so we have a possible MPSV2 setting up right here, guys. If this candle closes green, again, I'm going to be following this candle because I'm not going to take it if it's kind of iffy. So the candle has to be for sure green. It can't be going back and forth at the last second. Candle has 30 seconds left on it. Still stuck within the range. We've got 20 seconds left on this candle. I'm not going to take it. If it closes, I'm not going to take it. We're at the last 10 seconds. It's going back and forth. No close above. Frustrating. There's nothing going on here. I mean, price is just kind of stuck within this range. It's been within this range for about, let's see. It's been here for about 30 minutes now. So stuck within this range for the past 30 minutes. All right, no buy entry. We have another sell signal currently pending right here. Thanks, CJ. CJ said it's pending red momentum on the 10-minute. Thanks for the heads up. So if that's the case, I think the sellers might, it might be the case that like look for sells here instead of buys. So that 10-minute candle is going to close in about 7 minutes. Got nothing here right now. Price is pushing past this liquidity target. All right, looks like we're back in for possible sells here. Again, the problem here, guys, is I don't have any confluences for any sells, so I can't really take, as much as I want to take the sells, I just don't have any confluences. So it's going to be tough for me to want to take anything or to actually take anything because it's going to go against my whole thought process. We're currently at the 1-hour support. Got a V1 bouncing right here off the liquidity target. I'll probably have to wait for the next 30-minute candle to close, guys. So in about 6 minutes, I'll probably start looking for opportunities because that's when the next 30-minute candle here closes. And then I can possibly get a break and retest confluence off this value low. I mean, that's the only time I would get a rejection right there off the market profile. So I gotta wait for this 30-minute candle to close in the next 4 minutes. All right, if you guys are looking for an MPSV2, we currently have the green candle there. So if this ends up closing below this black line, possible opportunity for MPSV2. All right, as we pull back into the range. So if you've been following the range right here that I drew, guys, I drew this range a long time ago, about 30 minutes ago. You can see how the fake outs are just kind of, it pulls down, fakes out, traps the sellers, pushes price right back up, pulls down, fakes out the sellers, traps them, pushes right back up. There's not really much going on here. The real meat of the market is going to be right down here. Every time price pushes out, it's just a fake out. So looking at this so far, it does not look like the MPS V2 is going to be setting up. I guess we should have expected a slow market like this after we had such a directional market last week, right? For NFP. NFP was a good week. It was a good week for us. Yeah, so NFP was good. We had about 4 good trading days, or yeah, 4 wins, 1 loss. So like 4 good trading days last week. This week we had a nice day on Monday, but other than that, it's been kind of, I haven't taken anything. And here we are back into the range. It tends to happen, usually from what I've noticed, and if I look over here at my stats, usually if I have a good week, it usually ends up being kind of like the next week is either slower or it's like an okay week. Like for example, here in February, first week, we had a pretty decent week, and then over here we had an okay week, and then right here we had a good week, and then we had an okay week again. We usually don't have consecutive back-to-back like really, really hot weeks. I mean, that's just part of trading. If you guys have been trading for a while, so what I would recommend is to journal everything, right? If you journal all your trades like I do here, this will give you you'll have an idea of like the pattern. Like you have a good week, then this week is kind of just okay. The next week's probably gonna be good, and the next week's probably gonna be okay. And that's just, I mean, I've noticed that over the years. Same with January here, right? So January we had an okay week, first week of January. It was only a couple of days. Then I had like no trades this week. We were taking breakouts. Then we had a decent week this week, and then a good week, and then an okay week. So it tends to, and if you guys have this, you guys can kind of, it gives you a good idea and understanding like, okay, if this week sucks, you don't have to force anything because it's probably just one of those sucky weeks. The numbers really help a lot, guys. So if you guys should always pull data on all of your trades because it's going to help you understand what to look out for, for the following day or for the following week or for the following month. My main goal is really just to close out each month green. It's been green every month since January, so it's been pretty okay for the most part. Looking at this so far, guys, price is currently pushing back up. Again, we have a possible opportunity for MPS V2 for a buy. We do have gas stock change happening right here at 7:30. This happens every Wednesday, so it's not something that's out of the blue. Let's take a look at the confluences again. So rejection off the value low, rejection off the value low, nothing off volume profile, nothing off the clean chart, rejection off the 1 hour support here on the support resistance profile. So looking at this so far, I mean, if you guys want to take an entry, there's nothing here to take yet, but I'll mark it up for you guys. We do have gas stock right here at 7:30, so that's something to keep in mind. It looks like the entry is going to happen right on the gas stock candle. So for me personally, I don't trade news at all, so I would just skip it. But if you guys want to take it, I'll mark it up for you guys. This is also going to be the new 30-minute candle as well. Candle's closing in about 5 seconds. And here's the gas stock change candle. All right, 30-minute right here. So looking at this so far, guys, we have a rejection off the value low up top right here. So we now have a confluence here for possible sells. We also have a confluence for possible buys here. Price is rejecting off the value low on the bottom end. It's confluences on both sides. So if you guys are looking to take the entry here, this is going to be an MPS V2. Candle has about 20 seconds left on it. If the candle closes green, possible entry for MPS V2. I'm not going to take it because this is a gas stock change candle. It's literally on news. And the news here is a little mixed. It's not looking like it's gonna close. All right, no NPSV2 there. The candle did not close with a green candle. This next candle could still be an NPSV2 if it doesn't close with the sell signal. We're in a pretty heavy range, guys. So if you scroll back a little bit, like this range here is pretty heavy. Let me go to the clean chart real quick. Draw the range here for you guys too. So there goes a range on the clean chart. Price has been in this range for this pretty long time now, over 30 minutes. It's been in this range. All right, so no NPSV2 right here, of course. Sell signal hasn't closed yet, so if it does close like it did right there. There we go. We're back to sells. So buyers try to push price right here, sellers push price back down right here. And we're back into sells now. Let me see if there's any confluences here for me to take a sell. Nothing off the 1 minute market profile. I mean, sort of a rejection right here off the previous candle on the 30 minute. 1 hour, we have a rejection right there as well off the market profile. All right, so we have some confluences here for a sell now. Not a lot, but we do have some confluences here for a sell. Rejection right there off the whole number, 350. Price currently retesting the liquidity target from earlier. So we got some targets down here. If price does come down further, we have a liquidity and we have a New York low right here. So we do have some targets if price does push down further from where it's currently at. ATR is down to 40, so it's not super high as it was earlier. This is kind of a tricky area to trade in, though. This liquidity target area, it looks like it's, it's just a bounce area for it right here. Double bottom so far off this liquidity target. Bottom rejection right here off the volume profile. Upper rejection right here off the 1 minute. I don't like how it's sitting right here at the liquidity target. We need to get that retracement though. So once we get the retracement right here, possible opportunity for NPS, the only thing right here that's going to be a problem is the sessions right here. So we have a liquidity target, but it's also the New York low. So I mean, obviously that'd be a target for price to reach, but we don't want price to be too low because I don't want to have to cut into that session down there, right? I want to be in and out before it reaches that session. A lot of moving pieces here. A lot of moving pieces, a lot of things to be careful for. First things first, we need to get a green candle. If we get a green candle, then we possibly start looking for entry. We don't have that green candle yet. Not quite. See what we get. Hey, what's up, Brock? Yeah, I didn't miss anything, Brock. I've been in a ranging market pretty much all day. Christian said recording trades will give you confidence in your trading plan. Yeah, 100%. That's why I started trading live to begin with, guys. I started trading live a long time ago just to give me confidence in my trading, to understand that, like, be able to think on my feet. And I just kept doing it from there. So I think journaling and recording your trades for sure are going to increase your confidence and trust in your strategy. Whatever strategy you're applying, whether it's my strategy or your own, you need to be confident in it. All right, so we have a possible MPSV2 setting up right here. We have a green candle that closed right there. If this candle closes red, this is going to be an MPSV2. Let's look at the confluences. We have a possible engulfing V1 right there. Rejection off the value high or value low. Rejection off the whole number. All right, this could be a setup right here for a MPSV2. Again, you want to wait and see how the candle here closes. If the candle is kind of bouncy like it's bouncing right now, I'm not going to take it. It has to close red, and it has to be a pretty clear and clean close for a red candle. Also, the candle can't be too big, so I don't want to be cutting into the sessions down here. So we got the candle closing in about 10 seconds. If the candle closes any bigger than where it's currently at, I'm not going to take it. If it closes red and it's pretty solid, then I'll take it. All right, I'm gonna get into it right here.
Order submitted. Orders. Order filled.
There. It's getting close to the sessions right there. Let's see where this is at. Yeah, I can't cut into the sessions down below. I have to move my target up a little higher. I gotta watch it. The sessions is like, let me see what price is at. I don't know if I'm like target up maybe. It's like at 20. I think a little higher from where it's currently at because
Target filled.
I got out right there, guys. I couldn't risk it. It's too close to the session, so I had to get out right there. Which is cool. All right, so I got out right there, guys. I didn't want to risk it because it was too close to the sessions, and I didn't want to, get spiked out. So got that in, got that out. Pretty good profit on that trade right there. So I got out of about 20 points, I think 25 points, somewhere around there. See how price got really close to the sessions? I did not want to get caught in that fake out. So I had to get out right there. I just moved my TP a little closer because, like I said, this is where the manipulation happens, and I'm not trying to get caught in this manipulation right here. So in and out quick right there, good profit. Got my win for the day. Nice, nice. A lot of you guys are caught it with me. Yeah, Victor caught it, CJ got it, Siobhan got it. Yeah, Siobhan said he closed out earlier, didn't like the choppiness. Nice pictures. They got that cash, closed half when it was at 50% to target, stop loss to break even, then close it when it moved down after the retracement. Nice one. Yeah, definitely. Siobhan said, I'm done for the day. We'll post profits in the chat. Thanks for the day, Sean. Yeah, definitely. Sam got it too. Nice work, Sam. Yeah, nice work, guys. If you guys caught that, thanks for trusting in me. I know it's kind of tricky because of like how the market's moving today, but you guys trusted in the move and the trade played out pretty smoothly. It's probably going to come down and push past the sessions, but I'm not going to take that risk, right? If I can get money where I can, especially on a day like this, I'm not going to risk it. There's no need to risk to take too much risk, right? I mean, like what Glenn said, he said he's going to hold off on trades today and save his capital for tomorrow. If this entry didn't come up and it wasn't a clean entry like this, I wouldn't have taken it, but the entry was clean. It was exactly what we were waiting for. Sell signal, retracement, confirmation, and there you go. It went right through it. Just like we thought, but I wasn't going to risk it because it just wasn't worth the risk. I'll take my 25 points. I'll give the market 5 points. You can have it. So nice work right here, Shiv. So Shiv over here locked in a ton of profit. He traded CPI, so he locked in some pretty massive profits that passed a couple of evals. And then for his PAs over here, he's currently up pretty nicely. So in total, Shiv probably locked in like over 100,000. I mean, these are evals, so of course it would be nice if they were the PAs, but he passed these, so he's done with these two accounts. He has more PAs in line now, about 5, I think, or 6. And then he made about, we'll see on average about like 8,000 for the day. So nice work right there, Shiv. Great profits on that. I will screenshot, well, I'll just post it in here actually. Yeah, blasted right through. So like I said, I was waiting for that confirmation, right? I didn't want to take the sells earlier because I didn't have any confluences. But once the sells finally came in right here and we had the confluences for a sell, rejection off the value low, rejection off the value low right here as well, rejection off the volume profile, rejection off the clean chart right here off the 300 price point, and then break through the 1 hour support. The more confluences you have, the better. And I'm always looking for those entries that I know for sure will hit. I don't like losing trades. You guys know that. I'm not the type of guy to take risky trades and have a low win rate. I pride myself on the high win rate. So here are the trades for today. 3 wins, 0 losses. 1 actual trade taken across accounts. So yeah, they're the stats right there. Just gonna put this right here real quick. Stats for the day. I will screenshot my profits real quick, and then I'll also update my trade calendar. That was a great trade, guys. I mean, that's like, like I was telling you guys earlier, that's like the power of patience. If you guys can be patient enough to wait for these entries to come to you, the entries will come to you. It's just, are you patient enough to wait for them to come? So great win right there. All right, let me go to my Discord real quick. Post up my profits. And then I'll update my my trade calendar right now too. So we'll have the total. Pretty nice. All right, so here goes my profits for the day. You guys can see right here. Here are all the hedge accounts. Made a couple $1,000 there. Here are my profit counts down below. Apex accounts, a couple $1,000. Yeah, pretty good overall for the week. So 2 wins for this week so far. I'm going to go ahead and update my calendar. So let me just go to my trader scene. I'm going to update over here because I have like a lot of accounts that I need to update with. So I can get this out of the way. All right, so we'll keep looking for any opportunities here, guys. I don't think we'll have any more, but I'll still hang out with you guys for a bit. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. We got some pretty good profits over here. So let's see, we got Christian. So Christian made 1,500 for the day. Nice work, Christian. Solid profits there. Yeah, so Christian locked in 1,500 for the day. And then we have Barack over here as well. Brock locked in a total profit of 16,027 for the day. Nice work, Brock. Killed it over here on Bitcoin too. Nice. Took some sells on Bitcoin. Man, my Bitcoin's taking a hit. Like everything's taking a hit. My investment accounts, my Bitcoin. I'm like, fuck, I should have sold them, but it's okay. I mean, it's free. At that point, I already know that it's gonna go down, but I'm waiting for it to recover back up. So I'm not gonna touch any of my investment accounts. I'm just gonna let them be. It sucks. It sucks seeing the accounts. Let me check right now, actually. I haven't checked it for the day, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty red right now. And it's not super bad, but yeah, my accounts are red for my investment stuff. which is all good. So let's see what else we got over here. There's nothing else happening at the moment, guys. We currently have the seller still in control. Like I said, we're looking for the retracement here. So we're looking for a green candle to push price up and then possible continuation back down. It's not there yet, but it's probably gonna happen eventually. I got some free time right now anyway, so we'll see if there's anything else that may come up. I'm just updating my calendar right now. It takes a long time to update my Apex accounts because I have 20 accounts with them. So right now it is updating Apex, and then I'll go through to my Traderify, and I'll go through to my Perdia and take profit. I'm curious right now to see what my profits are looking like across the accounts. Okay. So Apex is done with. Let's do my. Now I'm doing my Traderify 7 accounts, so this also takes a little bit of a while. Upload my Perdia account. It's just one account, shouldn't take too long. There's no retracement yet, guys, so there's nothing to look for here, at least not at the moment. I take profit. And lastly, my personal account. All right, got my personal account going in. And we are good. So let's see what I locked in for the day, guys. What are you guys thinking? What? I am a little confused. I feel like I'm missing trades here. Okay, so I might have hit some slippage because of the, actually I remember. Because we went for a smaller target. So that's why I had less profit. I'm like kind of confused, but no, it makes sense. Okay, so I hit my goal, guys. Here we go. I locked in 23,575. I was wondering why was it less, but it was because I took a smaller target. I didn't go for the full 30 on this one. So same amount of trades, just a little less profit because there's obviously some slippage there. And then I ended up closing out some of them like obviously less than usual. So total profit of 23,575 for the day. Hit my goal over here. I'm currently for March, I'm up 113,985. So pretty solid. Yeah, I hit my goal. So I guess my goal has to be higher for next month. Gotta go to 200 now for April. But we'll keep it up. Maybe I'll get 200 for this week. We're only like a couple days into this month. So we're 2 weeks in. I still have 2 more or almost 3 weeks in, or 3 more weeks to go. So I can maybe double this. We'll just try to keep this smooth and on point. Hopefully we'll just have more green days and red days, and then I might reach that goal by the end of this month. So yeah, thanks guys. I'm just trying to be 100% transparent with you guys to show you guys like it's possible to do well scalping. I feel like scalping has such a bad rep, and a lot of people hate on scalping. But I'm showing you guys here day in, day out. This is how much profit I made for the whole year so far, right? 73,000, 81,000, 113,000. This is all from scalping, except for January. The January we took the breakouts right here, but other than that, it's been scalping ever since. So pretty solid. Pretty solid overall. We got some time. We got 3 weeks, so hopefully I can double that by the end of the month, and then my goal might just be even higher. It might not even be 100 or 200. It might be up to like 5. We'll see. But all right, guys, it's 7:50 right now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hop into the chat. I don't really see anything here for us to take. Like I said, I'm being very conservative, very selective with my entries. I'm looking to hit those goals. So The only way for me to hit that 200 is if I don't have any losing days, or not a lot of losing days at least. So if I have more green days, so if tomorrow's green, Friday's green, and we have a couple of green days next week, I think we'll be able to hit that 200 by next week. But I mean, we'll see. It's got to be smart about my entries. Yeah, definitely. Thanks, CJ. CJ's asking about my settings. So my settings are currently, let's go to my sessions. My settings for London are actually at 2. It's because of daylight savings. So we had daylight savings over here, and that's why my settings are like this right here, CJ. You're in daylight savings too, I think, right? So I think, yeah, I had to change the settings over by a little bit because we are, I think, an hour ahead. I don't know, the daylight savings always throws me off because I know we had this problem last year where I had to change these and I just never changed them back. So I left them at these settings right here. These settings might not be right though. Like, to be honest, guys, these settings might not be right, but they're working for me. So I'm just going to leave them as is. Yeah, exactly. If you want to keep it at this, CJ, you can do it. I mean, it's going to be, because this is 3 hours ahead for me. Well, for me, it's 12. And for you guys on the East Coast, it's 3. So I put it back by 1, 3 and 12. Okay. So you might want to shift it back. I think this is for, I don't know, honestly. If you want to use my settings, use my settings. The time difference does kind of like mess things up a little bit. But this is where I set it to for mine. If my lines look kind of weird at some point, then I'll shift them back. But I think right now that the lines are actually perfect as they are. So if you want to set it to that, you can set it to that. And then if we need any changes, we can make some changes there. Let's see, Brock, what did Brock got here? Nice, Brock. So Brock is about to get on the leaderboard, looks like. Or he's catching his way up. Okay, yeah. So right now Brock is at 3,773. And his only trade for the day is still open. Nice. How do you like this, Brock? How do you like the 5Xers? I was kind of curious to see how they were. They're like a forex broker, right? They don't trade futures. I remember 5Xers, they've been around for a long time. I just never used them because I forgot. I think like they didn't work with the copier or something like that. Gotcha. Yeah, they're forex alternative to FTMO. Yeah, I'll probably check them out at some point. But all right, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm pretty much done trading. It's about to be 8 o'clock. The buyers might be pushing price up right here, but like I said, taking buys here are really tricky unless you have the confluences from the downside. There's no confluences here on the market profile. So I personally don't really see any need here to take any buys at the moment. Sells might be better. We have a rejection right there off the whole number. And other than that, I think that's about it. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you guys have more profits to post up, feel free to send them here in the Discord. Again, here are my profits for the, let me take a screenshot of my accounts actually for now. Go through real quick. I like taking the screenshot on my phone because you can see the whole calendar. It's kind of harder to see when you take it on the computer. Got that there. I'll put it on the Discord real quick. There we go, guys. So there goes my stats for the month so far. 113,000 for the month of March, 23,000 for the day. And we are done for the day. So if you guys have any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I will see you guys back here tomorrow.